What's goody? Hey man, so much has happened in the NBA today. It's literally 1:37 p.m. Eastern time and already so much has happened in the NBA. And this is a video that was supposed to be about the thing that this video is going to end up being about in the end, but now there's so much more that we have to talk about beyond just this and everything like that. So, off rip, Bobby Portis has been suspended for 25 games. And he was suspended for violating the league's anti-drug policy, and this is the thing that when it first came out, I'm thinking, oh, he must have done something stupid or something like that. But then reports started coming out that Bobby Portis' assistant mixed up the name of two pain medications that led to Bobby Portis taking the one that was on the NBA ban list. He's basically out for the rest of the season for that, right? And all reports now that are coming out are showing that this was something that was a complete accident. All reports now are basically saying that Bobby Portis didn't really do anything wrong. His assistant messed it up, and because of that, blah, 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 right? Because of that, now he's suspended for the next 25 games of the season, which is essentially the rest of the regular season, right? And then I get on Twitter, and while I'm on Twitter, I see this tweet from a guy that is claiming that he is an ER doctor. His name is Judson Merritt. In his bio, it says emergency physician, basketball junkie, Houston sports, blah, 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 right? So I'm assuming this guy's really an ER doc. He has no clout on this app. He has 300 followers. So he has no reason to lie, in my opinion. Now, obviously, fact check this and everything like that. Somebody, I'm sure, will fact check him and will fact check everything he's saying. But he said, ER doc here. This is insane. Tramadol, which is what Bobby Portis took, is the weakest painkiller we can prescribe. I often don't even bother because the effects are so mild. If it's banned, it's banned, but just shows how haphazard the NBA policies are. Bridges got 30 games for breaking a woman's face, and then he basically put like this little shoulder shrug, not like emoji, but he typed it out basically and everything like that. If that's true, if it was tramadol, if this was a complete accident, if it is a drug that basically shouldn't even be banned because it basically doesn't do a damn thing, the NBA made a mistake here. And I don't know if the NBA is going to do anything about it, but the NBA should not be suspending this man 25 games for a mistake that technically wasn't even his, for taking a painkiller that really doesn't even do nothing. Now, like the doctor said, if it's banned, it's banned. And at a certain point, even though it was his assistant that made the mistake, you have to, as if you're Bobby Portis, you have to be like, the responsibility falls on you if you're Bobby Portis, because your assistant's not in the NBA, you should know this stuff, blah, 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 everything like that. But at the same time, I'm assuming this Bobby Portis is what, 31 years old, 30 years old. So I'm assuming this person has been his assistant for some time. He's been in Milwaukee for some time. This person has been his assistant for probably a good amount of time, right? So that person is probably taking care of his medications and a whole bunch of important stuff before. So Bobby Portis probably had no reason to not trust his assistant or no reason to believe that he was taking a drug that would be on the NBA's banned list, right? Why that drug was in his possession or whatever. I mean, it's not like he was on opioid, he was on heroin or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a drug that this ER doctor is saying is basically just a super weak painkiller. It's not like some indictment of him to have had this drug on him or to have it where his assistant could have mixed it up, right? But at a certain point, some of the responsibility is on him, but at the same time, he's probably been trusting this assistant for years. He would have had no reason to not trust his assistant, I'm assuming, right? So that in and of itself is absolutely beyond me. And then you get to the point, Kevin Porter Jr. is back in the league now. Do we remember what Kevin Porter Jr. did? I just watched Miles Bridges last night hit like 5 threes against the Lakers, which we're going to get to. Do we remember? I mean, yeah, do we remember what Miles Bridges did? I've seen NBA players come back into the league after doing some absolutely heinous things. Karl Malone played in this league for a really long time, and we know what he did. He still gets honored at NBA 75 and stuff like that. We know what he did. So we've seen NBA players get a whole lot of leniency from the league for actual, real crimes. Guys like Miles Bridges, guys like Kevin Porter Jr., things like that. I just don't know about this. I saw Draymond Green stomp on a guy's chest in a playoff game, and what was he suspended? A game? Maybe 2? Maybe? You remember when he punched Yusuf Nurkic? You remember when he put Rudy Gobert in a headlock? You remember when he punched Jordan Poole? We have seen guys actually commit assault, not just against women, but against teammates and stuff, and they've gotten less crimes than this, less punishment than this. I saw John Morant wave a gun and he got 25 games. And that was after he met with Adam Silver and lied to his face that he would be changing his behavior. And then he did it again and just flashed the gun again. And guess what he got? He got the exact same amount of time that Bobby Portis got for this. So you can't convince me that this is an okay punishment for him, especially when all reports that are coming out are saying that the drug that he took was basically harmless and that it was an honest mistake that wasn't even really his mistake. We're going to go ahead and get past that. Let me know what y'all think about that. Another report came out about 30 minutes ago. Victor Wembanyama is expected to miss the remainder of the season with blood clots in his shoulder. Prayers up to Victor Wembanyama. Blood clots are a super scary thing. I had a homie that dealt with blood clot issues after he had like an MCL surgery and stuff like that. Like that's, or I don't remember. I think it was a meniscus, something like that. Like he tore something, had surgery, then he had blood clots in his leg, almost lost his leg. Blood clots are a super scary thing. We saw what they did to Chris Bosh's career. We've seen these things have issues. I think that's like, I'm pretty sure blood clots are the whole reason that Deion Sanders is missing some toes. You know what I'm saying? So we know that these blood clots can be a really serious thing. So prayers up to Wemby, man. But man, does this have some implications for the rest of the league. First of all, the Spurs aren't making the play-in. So I wanted to see that so badly, but with him out for the rest of the season, the Spurs aren't making the play-in. The Defensive Player of the Year race, by most people's accounts, it was Wemby far and away since basically November, December. Now it's going to be between pretty much Jaren and Evan Mobley, and then we'll see if anyone else creeps up into that race. Right now, if I had to bet money on it, I would say Jaren Jackson. So that's tough. And then last night, I was watching, so let me know what y'all think about Wemby. Again, prayers up to Wemby. You never want to see anybody get injured, especially when it's just something so random to a guy that's so young, you know what I'm saying? Like, guy just played in the All-Star game, now he's got blood clots in his shoulder. We hate to see that, right? So prayers up to him. Hope you recover. Hope you get well soon. Hopefully this is not something that will ever bother you again, okay? Okay. Last night I watched, not the whole game, but I watched a good chunk of Lakers versus Hornets, and especially in the last 2.5, 3 minutes, I was really locked into the game. So, Austin Reeves gets kicked out of the game, and you see the entire momentum shift from Lakers to, what was I saying? You see Austin Reeves get ejected, and you see Austin Reeves get kicked out of the game, and you see the entire momentum, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. You see all of the momentum just basically shift from the Lakers to the Hornets, right? In this game, Luka Doncic, by the way, since being a Laker, has been terrible. In this game, he was 5 for 18, 1 for 9 from 3. He had 11 boards, 14 points, and 8 assists. That's cool. The man also has 6 turnovers. I believe he had 5 of them at halftime, so that's not great. LeBron James in this game was doing his best to carry. He had 26 points and 11 assists. He ended up missing he had 2 shots at the end of the game to hit a game-tying 3. He missed both of them. They were pretty good looks that you want LeBron James to make, and now all these stats are coming out about how unclutch LeBron has been since he's been in LA and everything like that. But the thing that I really want to talk about here is that this Lakers team is not ready for a championship. If you are a Lakers team where you can't even defend Miles Bridges from hitting 5 threes, you let Miles Bridges go out there and score 29 points. You let LaMelo Ball go out there and drop 27. And boy, when I tell you, I saw LaMelo cook Luka. I saw him out there cooking DFS, who was the main defender on him for most of the time that I was watching. I saw Vando get switched onto him. That boy went right past Vando, hit a layup, was talking about, this is what I do. That was in clutch time. Yeah, this team doesn't have the wing defenders they need to be a true contender in the NBA right now, especially not in the West when you've got so many bigs. Mark Williams in this game. Let me look. Mark Williams had 9 rebounds. Yusuf Nurkic off the bench had 8 rebounds. Tajon Salon had 6. Seth Curry had 5. Miles Bridges had 6. LaMelo Ball had 5 for the Lakers. Rui Hachimura finished with 8. LeBron James finished with 7. Your starting center, Jackson Hayes, who played only 18 minutes, but still, finished with 4. Luka was your leading rebounder with 11. Austin Reeves only got 2. And on your bench, you had Dalton Knecht get 5. And Dalton Knecht doesn't look like he wants to be there even a little bit, which I hate to see. I don't know what's going to happen with that whole situation. But for at least the rest of the season, brother, you might just have to get over it and hoop. And then Dorian Finney-Smith, 5 rebounds. When you can't really rebound the ball the way that you want to, and again, this is versus the Hornets. Now, did they win the rebounding battle? Yes, they had 50 rebounds. The Hornets had 47. They won the rebounding battle. But if Mark Williams can get 9, and Mark Williams' first game back, where he played 29 minutes, and Jackson Hayes only gets 4, what do you think Jokic is going to get? What do you think Alperen Sengun is going to get? What do you think Zach Edey and Jaren... Now, Jaren Jackson's not a good rebounder, but still, what do you think Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson Jr. are going to get? What do you think... Let's go through some other teams in the West. Who else did I say? Who didn't I say? What do you think Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren are going to get? What do you think, if Anthony Davis is healthy, what do you think Anthony Davis is going to get? If you are a Lakers fan, not only is that perimeter defense absolutely concerning, and in fact, it should be the most concerning thing for the team right now, that rebounding should be a concern too. Again, they won the rebounding battle here. But this is the Hornets, a team that had lost, 11 of their last 13 games and had lost like 4 or 5 straight, something like that, maybe even more. You won the rebounding battle by 3 against them and lost at home. You only put up 97 points. The Charlotte Hornets shot 36.3% from the field, and you lost the game. The Charlotte Hornets hit 16 of their 17 free throws. The Lakers went 8 of 12. The Charlotte Hornets hit 18 of their 53 threes. The Lakers hit 15 of 51. This team is simply not a true championship contender. You had one more turnover than the Charlotte Hornets, who have one of the most turnover-prone guards in the league in LaMelo Ball. All I have to say about the Lakers right now is that things don't look great. Luka doesn't look like himself, and I'm not hating on him. He's just coming back from injury. A whole lot of external stuff's going on because, he literally still just got traded from Dallas. We can't expect him to just be out here killing it already. But boy, let me tell you, if things keep looking this bad for just the team as a whole, you're not a championship contender. I don't care if Luka turns into the supernova version of himself. If you can't defend nobody, and if you can't rebound against some of the worst teams in the league, what are you going to do when you face a Jokic? Genuinely asking, what are you going to do? Zubac is having a very good season. What are you going to do when you face a Zubac? What are you going to do when you face a Sabonis and a Valanciunas? Genuinely, what are you going to do? So I don't know what the Lakers are going to do, but all I'm going to tell you right now is that they are not a true contender. Anyways, tell me what y'all feel, how y'all feel about the Bobby Portis thing. Tell me how y'all feel about the Victor Wembanyama being out thing. Tell me how y'all feel about the Lakers. A lot of hoops are on tonight. This is the first real night of the NBA being back. Last night it was a rescheduled game from January or something like that, so that game really wasn't supposed to be played. It was just a rescheduled game. But tonight is when the NBA really comes back. I'm excited to watch some hoops and everything like that. So just let me know how y'all are feeling about everything. And man, the NBA is truly the gift that keeps on giving. All right, I love y'all. Peace out, man. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please. Thanks.